Well, hello. I didn't see you there. Get relaxed, y'all. This is going to be a long one, basically. This is the iconic story of how Devon got into running, basically. This is going to be stories and basically my whole experience from 7th grade year cross country and track. The whole Shazam on how all this happened, you know what I'm saying? I mean, pretty much from how this ugly ass thing, whatever this is, turned into this ugly ass thing. Alright. Basically, we're going to go back. I'm going to take y'all back to 2013 and 2014, okay? So, 6th grade year going into 7th grade year. I'm going to sum up my entire lifespan here. I was very untalented, okay? Basically, I tried about 15 different clubs. I tried basically every single sport there was. I think it was like 10, 11, or 12. I'm not sure. Pretty much everything, you know. The only thing I remember not doing is like football, but you know, obviously that's not gonna happen. Basically though, you can get the adjustment that I wasn't really good at absolutely anything, you know. I was just this skinny, plump is the perfect word, sadly, little kid, hyperactive, super quiet too, super timid, shy, and was not really good at absolutely anything. So kind of just God mixed up a bunch of not good and put together this big old not good thing, and then, you know, hey, there was me. Hi guys, I'm like 12 years old, whatever, you know. But that summer, pretty much, since I tried everything else and failed, I was not about to do football. So basically, I tried out for cross country. You know, my junior high had this little cross country summer camp that we did. I was forced to do it, and it was like a week long. Pretty much, we did like a mile a day, and then you get to play games and blah blah blah. I didn't really like it that much. I was kind of just like, all right, well, I tried that. Woohoo. All I remember from it, other than like the little games and all the little 1 miler runs and shit, you know. Also, I didn't really talk to nobody. It was kind of just me shrugging. That was kind of how I just talked. Like, I didn't even speak words, you know. All I remember was that we did like a mile time trial or whatever it was at the end of the camp to see how fast we could do it. And I ran a 7:37, y'all. So I'm not really trying to flex, but, you know, speed. But pretty much saying that was pretty horrible, you know, and that was pretty much the end of it, really. I didn't think after that week anything was going to come out of it. But, you know, school was approaching, and all these little flyers were going around saying, oh, come out for cross country. I thought, you know what? I might as well. I really had no reason. You know what? It was destiny, y'all. It was simply destiny. I had no reason to do it. I was not being forced to do it. But I tried the camp, and again, like, I didn't like it, but I don't remember what it was inside of me that, like, the reasoning for actually going out. But, you know, I'm like, fuck it. I said frick it because, you know, I was like 12. And I pretty much just decided to go out. So, quick thing real quick. Just keep aware. Throughout the entire of this season, I didn't really talk. I didn't talk to absolutely anybody until it was like, I needed to talk to someone. Like, where do I use the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? The only person I talked to was this kid right here. His name's Russell. Alright. Pretty much the only person I talked to the entire duration of 7th grade year. Basically, it started out, he came up to me and, like, when we were stretching or something, he just started talking to me, and we just had these squeaky ass voices, and we're like, oh my god, what's your name? I'm like, my name is Donovan, it's spelled with the O, and you know what I'm saying? And eventually we kind of just, like, small talking, but I was blown away because I'm like, I don't really talk to nobody. Who are you? You want to be my friend? And he was like, nah, bro, I'm sorry, I'll stop. But basically, all I remember was first day of school or something, because cross country starts like 2 weeks before school starts. I was sitting alone in homeroom, all by myself. We were in the same homeroom, and he came over to me and sat next to me, and then we just started talking, and ever since then, it was the beginning of a beautiful friendship, you know? So pretty much, he was the only friend I had that entire year. And basically, I moved here in 3rd grade, and I didn't really have any friends from 4th, 5th, 6th, so it was kind of just me. So technically, he was like the first friend thing, as corny and or cheesy as that sounds. So pretty much that was it. It was just me and him. Our practices kind of consisted of, like, I don't even know if you would call it like a workout. Like, you would do like 3 or like 2 half-mile repeats on our little course. Maybe sometimes you would just do like 2 I don't know what like we did, or we would just do like random like speed stuff. Nothing over, I'd say, like 2 miles overall. Like, you would do like a little warm-up of like a quarter, and then you do the workout, whatever you call it, and then you did like the cool down of like another quarter, and it was like, ooh, wow, running. I was pretty damn slow, and again, I didn't talk to anybody except Russell, so it was just me and him there. But, well, again, he was super popular. Everyone talked to Russell, but okay, so it was just me, y'all, okay? And basically, though, I was just really slow. I remember my PR. Actually, fucking have it. It's right here, y'all. It was 16:36 for 2 miles, so pretty fast. Yeah. All I know is my team was super good. Okay, so I was like the number 16 man, 15 man, I think. Well, boy, you would call me. Like literally, I have taken shits bigger than how big I was back then, but whatever. All I know is my team was super good. We had like 2 all-staters, and the rest of the team was pretty damn good. And then there was just me. I'm like floating around, all gross and such, with my little afro. Shit, look at them. Look, what the hell? I know I'm ugly now, boy, but what you doing over there? All right, whatever. So the team is super good. You know, the practice is like casual junior high stuff, and whatever. You know, I kind of just kept going through the entire season and following all the instructions and stuff, you know, from the coaches and blah. I showed up to every practice and whatever. I didn't really get that good. Again, like that was my PR, like 16:36 for 2 miles. And saying that that's my best at the time, like you can imagine that there was much slower races than that, which is yeah. So pretty much the season ended. My last race was at like conference in the open, whatever thing. I really do not remember. I ran like a slow thing. My season was over. You know, I didn't really think much of it. I'm like, all right, well, cross country's over. And the coach even asked me. The big bowling ball of a coach was like, oh, do you want to come out to some of our practices? You know, for sectionals. I'm like, I have a funeral, so I probably won't make. That was my actual excuse because oh god, y'all. Okay, 2000, whatever. Okay, and so that was it for my season. I didn't have much going on after that. You know, I finished the season, whoopee, and then that was it. I really didn't think there was going to be anything with the word running in my head ever again, honestly. But I did go out. I really wanted to try. Don't ask questions. I really did want to try wrestling, so I ended up for you know, the season started in like November, and it would go like to February. So I went up. I went out for wrestling. Um, really wanted to do that, but something in me. Okay, and I cannot explain this. Okay, something in me was like thinking, kind of as like wrestling started like the first week in November. I was kind of thinking like, you know what? I kind of dig that whole running thing, you know? Like, I think I might, I think that's, because I knew of track. I didn't really know anything about it, but I knew it was just more running. So I'm like, I'm kind of feeling this, you know? Like, I kind of want to really be good at something. I was kind of sick of just sucking at everything, you know? I also started getting super into, like, motivational stuff. Like I would watch, like I started getting super into like Les Brown, all that shit, you know. And gotta shout out WWE, man. That shit kind of like inspired me too, and all this kind of stuff, you know. And as cheesy as that sounds, whatever, I don't really care about your opinion. But basically, I kind of got all into that super motivational stuff, and I kind of was thinking about it. I'm like, you know, man, I kind of really want to be good at this. You know, like I kind of just, I'm sick of just being kind of this nobody. Picture all this in a squeaky voice, by the way. I'm like, I'm kind of just sick of being like this nobody. I kind of just want to be a somebody, a something. I do not want to be a loser my entire. I don't know what it was inside of me. You can call it destiny. But I really wanted to get this like running thing going, you know. There was no like reason for it. I just, something inside of me just wanted to be great and wanted to chase greatness, as cheesy as that sounds. And so I did. So while the wrestling season was going on, like first week of November, right, I started getting in like throughout the entire month of November. I changed my diet around. I went from eating junk all the time. Somehow I maintained like a skinny, you know, like little boy body, but I changed my diet around. I started getting like the calorie app, and I started like writing it down in like a notebook or some shit like this. Wrote everything down. Like I started, you know, getting all the protein and the veggies and the fruits in there, drinking tons of water. So my diet was super good from there. I started lifting. I started doing like running while the season was going on. Basically, I would wake up, I'd run like a mile or two. I'd go to school, I'd go to wrestling practice, and then I would come home, and then at about 11 p.m. or 12 in the morning, I'd do another running workout. And that probably sounds like a lot, but there's questions, and I have answers and further explanations, but I will explain that in part 2.